The Cyber Backup 12.5 Hardened Edition is a purpose-built backup and disaster recovery full disk image solution for the United States sensitive environments and critical assets. The purpose of designing this product is to support non-connected environments, particularly enclaves or air-gapped networks, generally that have a sensitive nature in both the U.S. federal government, DoD, civilian, and critical infrastructure environments. We've designed this product specifically to work in these environments to provide both data protection as well as critical asset protection, so that these systems that are generating a lot of data have the ability to fail over and be replicated to bare metal or another system with our solution seamlessly. So when you combine the data protection element of backing up the data that these systems generate, as well as the actual assets that are monitoring and driving mechanisms such as power, utility, water, sewer, critical rail, transportation, communications, navigations, weapon systems, things of that nature, they have to operate in these non-connected environments. And today, the Cyber Backup 12.5 Hardened Edition is really the only solution on the marketplace designed specifically for these networks. So we do support customers across the Department of Energy, as well as the major systems integrators such as Emerson, Honeywell, Rockwell Collins, on a variety of environments related to power, water, utilities, defense, and this system is designed specifically to support SCADA environments, right? So supervisory, control, and data acquisition environments. Those things that are mechanisms that are generating power, distributing power, communications, telecom, things of that nature, that really cannot afford to have any downtime because of the nature of the supply that they generate for the communities at large. So in addition to existing in the customer's production environment, we're also used quite a bit by some of those integrators I mentioned, Honeywell, Emerson, and Rockwell Collins, in the development of their own integrated platforms that they're delivering to the customer base. So for monitoring, security, we are a DevOps tool in many regards as they're building out these platforms. They've standardized on our product to be the deliverable not only to the end customer, but to also be a component of the integrated platform that they're bringing to the table as they compete for projects with the nation's power and Department of Energy, another one of our larger customers. There's always the element of a natural disaster, right? Some sort of elemental force that is disrupting these systems. There's, of course, state-sponsored actors, hackers, cybersecurity threats. Then there's just a general day-to-day maintenance of having to patch and apply security programs to these systems, right? And so anytime you're going to make a change to something that has to be running 24/7, that is providing a critical resource to the nation at large, it's advised to be backing that system up on a regular basis in the event that a patch or a vulnerability scan causes the system to crash. So with our solution, the ability to bring that asset up, not just the data it generates, into a bare metal scenario, slap it onto a different box, another Linux operating system or a Windows operating system, seamlessly, whether you're migrating it from a physical instance to a virtual instance, and then back again, it's true disaster recovery and a failover mechanism. We specifically aim to support some of the older legacy architecture that the nation's critical infrastructure is sitting on for a couple of reasons. One is we found that there are a couple of gaps, whether it's related to budget, not having the wherewithal from a capital or a human resource perspective to move these legacy systems and proprietary applications from their original state of 20 plus years ago when they were designed to newer hyper-converged infrastructure. Certainly cloud is not an ideal location to be running these on-premise systems from. So we're supporting much older versions of operating systems as well as hardware because we know that the human capital that have designed these systems years ago have now largely retired or are trying to work their way out of the workforce. And so our customers need a very affordable, easy to manage solution for folks that might not have the expertise on how these systems were designed or how they need to be maintained. They need to automate that as much as possible with a software solution such as ours. So for Acronis SCS, the future for us is focused entirely on the public sector. So as such, we decided to go down the path of getting this Hardened Edition product certified, both from a FIPS 140-2 validation certification, which is a pre-requirement or prerequisite to get common criteria, which is a 30-country globally recognized standard for the development and operation efficiency of a product. The Hardened Edition of our backup and disaster recovery product, Cyber Backup 12.5, has been certified by the DoD. We exist on the DoDIN APL. The goal is that they are setting the standard for how products need to be designed, built, operate within itself, as well as within neighboring devices within the network. And everything has been encrypted and locked down to the highest standard available, our military grade, so that it's automatically suitable then for our utility, our state and local municipality customers, water, power, sewer, and so forth. It's really about protecting the asset itself. And when you talk about a non-connected environment, you need solutions that are designed to be non-connected, right? So there's no outbound calling, no pinging, no validation of license keys, kill switches, anything of that nature, no notifications trying to get you to operate in a cloud capacity. Like much of the industry at large, we all as technology providers are moving increasingly to a more software as a service model. And along with that requires a lot of connectivity to the devices we're deploying in customers' environments, whether they're in the cloud or on premise. But that also requires a lot of communication back and forth outside of a customer's environment, which for our focus, our market base, is an absolute no-no, right? So we've designed this so that there's no firewall alerts or anything that's going to burden an IT team with assuring that this product is not communicating outside of the environment in which it's designed to sit. As well as we provide US-based support around that deployment as well, whether it's professional services or just standard 24/7 technical support.